In my opinion, this game is the best value for an underdog to win outright. The Richmond Tigers will beat the Sydney Swans in this matchup. And I can say it was a difficult game to make a decision on. You have, on one hand, the Richmond Tigers, a plucky team that just got beaten at the death by the GWS Giants last weekend, the 3-point loss there. And on the other end, you have the Sydney Swans, a team that's down on confidence. They're missing troops. And you put these two together and it's like, oh, who do you pick? The Tigers don't have the legs to finish out the game, but the Swans can't even start the game. Like, how do you do it? How do you do it? But what I did here was I broke down the important statistics between these two teams, where they match up well against each other and where they are quite similar. And what I found is rebound 50s are important for both of these teams to get their momentum going. They're both top 5 in the league in rebound 50s, but the Tigers are actually much better at restricting their opponent's ball movement. So if they can negate the Sydney Swans rebound 50s just in any sort of way, then I think that advantage goes to them. Now, Sydney, they've been much more dominant around stoppages. That's not Richmond's strength right now. But if Richmond can focus a little bit just to negate some of that ascendancy that Sydney have there, then I think they get in with a real chance to win this game. You saw them last week against the Giants, how well they maneuvered to play defensively and also put points on the board. And I think they can do it again here against the Swans. They'll be having a mountain of confidence coming into this game. My predictive modeling has the Swans winning by 12 points and the total around 162. So it's right there. And I'm going against the model because I think Richmond have what it takes with a bit of confidence under them to get it on top here. Despite performing well at stoppages, the Sydney Swans are one of the worst teams at generating scoring from stoppages. So another point there for Richmond to take out of this, or to take into this game, is even if Sydney win the stoppages, they're not great at scoring. What they can do then is stop maybe the next pass out or try and intercept or do something to just negate that possession that Sydney will most likely get in at a better rate than what Richmond do out of the stoppages, out of the hitouts. I think it's worth taking a chance on the Tigers in this one. They're at home at the MCG. Sydney have lost 8 of their last 10 games at the MCG. 2 of those games are grand finals, so they don't have a great record. There's a lot of feeling in those dressing rooms for the Swans guys. Dion Prestia had 31 disposals in his return to the AFL last weekend. The bookie's still pricing him quite low. I reckon it's worth taking his ladders 25 plus, 30 plus in the hopes that he just can repeat that performance in a game where Richmond could have some ascendancy for a good portion of time, which will see a lot of ball in his hands. I think that's all I have here. Swans, as I said, lost 8 of the last 10. Both teams top 5 in rebound 50s, but Richmond's second best in the league at restricting opponents. Stick around for more AFL here on the bets.com.au channel.